Alright, what's up guys? VV back with another video. And in today's video, guys, we got a little bit of a rant video. I'm going to be doing a little bit of complaining, so bear with me. If you don't want to listen to me complain about some stuff, then by all means, this is your cue to leave while you still can, right? I mean, I'm not going to complain the whole video, don't worry. But we're going to do a little bit of a rant here. I'm going to tell you what I think about the Q&A that happened last night. Now, I'm recording this video on March 29th, and notice down here at the bottom it says, you know, this will come out on March 29th. But it was in JST, which I think is, I think that stands for Japanese Standard Time. So essentially, it was last night for us, which was March 29th, probably normal time of the day for them. And guys, let me make sure the sound is okay on this. Okay, cool, it's fine. So, guys, I think a lot of people were hoping for better questions in this Q&A than what we got. And we're going to go over each one of the Q&As. We're going to go over each one. It's over on the, I will link this down in the comment section below if you want to watch this video for yourself. But we got some stuff to talk about. So like, let's just dive into this. You know what you're getting into now. We're gonna dive into this, and I'm basically gonna go over each individual question. If you want their full answers, you're gonna have to watch this yourself. That's not what this video is for. I'm just gonna go over how sad and pathetic some of these questions were, in my personal opinion. Or I don't want to say sad and pathetic. I'm not trying to be too down, but just absolutely disappointing questions. And then I'm going to tell you what I think the questions should have been in the end. So here we go, guys. Let's get into it. And apparently, one more thing before we fire off here is, I did see down in the comment section below, people are saying, like, you know, well, if you wanted to submit a question, you could have on like Instagram or Facebook or X or Twitter, whatever it's called. I don't do any of those social media. Like, I don't do social media, period. The only social media that I do is YouTube, if that's what this even is. I don't know. This might be under the umbrella of social media. So, all right, let's get into it. So the volume's off. We're not going to watch the whole video. I'm just going to be blasting through it to get to each question. So this is Gavin, I believe his name is on the left. The guy in the middle's name is Shun, and the girl on the right's name is Kelly, I believe. Yeah, so Gavin... what does it say he was? A card game commentator. Hey, I'm very jealous of his spot. I do want to be doing what he's doing. Then we have Shun here, who is the English version producer. Okay. And then we have, oh, I went too fast. Kelly, she's the manager of organized play. So very good. That's who these people are, just so you know. They all seem very nice, very professional, great attitudes. They're, you know, they're doing their job very well. They're keeping us, you know, keeping us interested with what they're saying and everything, and you know, keeping a good attitude about it. All right, so right into it. Here we go. Question 1. How do you go about balancing a card game when releasing new cards? What kind of question is this, guys? Like, I mean, is anyone here, was anyone here actually interested in this question? And y'all tell me down in the comment section below, because out of all, we're going to go through 12 questions, guys, 12 different Q&A, or Q&A questions, however you want to say it. And only 2 of them seemed relevant to me. This was not one of them. I don't care how they balance the cards. It's not up to us. Like, they get to do it how they want to, and it's up to them. And then if a card's broken, they just ban it. So I'm just gonna, that's my answer for you. And like I said, if you want to know their actual answer, by all means, watch it real quick, or watch the video, and you'll get to know what they actually say about it. I don't know. Maybe someone's interested in creating a card game one day, and they want to know. But excuse me. I'm sorry. Long story short. They're gonna print leaders and stuff based off, you know, give them thematic effects based off like the manga or the show, the anime, whatever, and then they're gonna balance it around that, guys. I mean, it is what it is. They've got a few things they take into consideration, obviously, but again, just not an important question for us. Just an interesting question, I guess, for some people. But hopefully you guys see what I'm saying, and tell me if you don't in the comment section below. How will the game change in terms of play styles? I'm sorry, what is this, man? Like, there are only 3 playstyles, guys. There's rock, paper, scissors, there's aggro, mid-range, control, and then there's small variations in between. You should hear their answer, because I think in there they asked, like, the 2 on the left, Gavin and Shun, they both favor control. Well, okay, that's nice. Like, nothing's, again, what kind of question is this? All right, we're just gonna blast through it. Question 3. What is your favorite card? What? Like, I'm sorry. What kind of question is this? This reminds me of if anyone's ever seen Elf, like with Will Ferrell in it. Buddy the Elf, what's your favorite color? Like, what is this question? I'm sorry. I'm not trying to. Again, I'm gonna try to get a better attitude moving forward. But I just, these questions are killing me, man. They're so outrageously unimportant. So I think the guy Shun's favorite card was, yeah, Purple Yellow Croc. Very cool. I like the leader, you know, and that's fine. But again, what kind of Q&A is this? These questions, they're so lighthearted. When I heard that question, I knew right away, like, okay, we're about to get a very lighthearted, again, you know, a lighthearted video with no relevant information. There was some relevant information, but we haven't got there yet. Okay, question 4. Can you provide more details of the planned reprints? Here's a good question, and I hate to break it to you guys. Their answer was like 20 seconds long. Like, oh yeah, we're aware that there's a problem, and hey, it's really hard for us to keep things in stock, so we're talking about that, on how to do that. So you watch this. Here's question 4. So we're at like it was like 6:35 when we started. Okay, and then it's over by 7:25. Not even a full minute on that question. All right, so now we're on question 5. Can you tell us about some of the upcoming products? Well, you guys know how I feel about upcoming products in this game. For us over here in the West, there are none. Whatever comes out for us is what has already come out in the East. He's going to talk about EV01, and it's just not relevant, you know. And oh, whoa, look at these crazy sleeves, guys. Is anyone else out there like me, where you just own like 500 plus of the same exact sleeves? Like I run black sleeves that are right now. I've been trying Riker out. I wanted to see how those were, and they're actually pretty good. And in the past, I've used Dragon Shield. I'm using Riker right now, and I have like 500 or somewhere between 500 and 700 of the exact same sleeve of these Riker sleeves. Those are my all black sleeves, and then I have all teal sleeves, and those are Dragon Shield. They're Dragon Shield teal mint matte sleeves. And it's like, you know, how do I say this? Like, this kind of stuff just doesn't matter to players like me. Maybe for the collectors, they like to get this stuff. That's cool, and hey, that's really good for you. I'm happy for you, but I think for me and a majority of people, this is just an absolute waste of a product. Hey, as far as the quality goes, I'll give some positive feedback. They look great. Like that art of, let me move my head out of the way so y'all can see the pudding card. Pause. So we got Shirahoshi in the middle right here. Buggy, and then over on the far left we got the you know, what was it called, the Mary or something. Look at that the pudding card, like the pudding sleeve. It looks great. The art looks very nice. But again, I want more relevant information in this Q&A. And then there's also going to be this thing here, some type of Japanese version first anniversary set. Looks like we're finally getting that. But they're about to talk about in a second. They're already working on the second anniversary set, because this game's been out for like a year and a half over in the East, and then it's been out for a little over a year for us in the West, or something like that. See, there it is right there. Japanese version's the Japanese version second anniversary set is now in development. More details coming soon. He had no information on that, unfortunately. Okay, and here we go. All right, EV0. Whoa, guys, look, a new set's coming out. EV01. We are literally all playing with this currently on the sim. We have known about this set for, what, 4 or 5 months, if not longer. I don't know the exact dates. But again, this is another reason why they have to catch us up with the East. They have to. Like, this isn't new. None of this is news so far. None of this is really news. And like I said, the one that was actually a good question, they spent no time on. Question number 4, like, that was the first one. There's one other pretty decent question we'll talk about later. But number 4, it's like, hey, when do we get some restocks? We're working on it. Come on. Okay, cool. We've already seen these. We know about these. We're playing. We're running these currently in our sim decks and everything. Yeah. Bond Clay, very good card. Can't wait to use that in my law deck. Cool alt art for it. Very nice. Look how much time they're spending on this. This is just showing us things we've seen for literally 3 or 4 months now. Very nice. These are very good cards. Okay, fast forwarding. Yep. And Gavin the whole time was messing around like, hey, I'll hold the manga for you. Wink, wink, like saying he'll take that. That was all funny. It was very lighthearted. Very well done. Okay, will there be more Devil Fruit collections? Oh, man, these questions, these are such softball questions. Hey, I'll tell you guys the answer. Yes. Before I even heard the answer was yes. Yes, because how many Devil Fruits are there? Hang on a second. They have like a little slide on here. There it is. So first we got the purple Devil Fruit, right? Well, it looks like the next one's going to be the yellow Flame one. Okay, yeah, and guess what? In about 1 more year, or maybe not even, maybe like every 6 to 8 months, they'll start releasing these. Or they'll probably do it once a year. I don't know, obviously. And I don't think they go into detail on when they're going to start releasing them, like if it's going to be like something annually or biannually, whatever. But yes, they're going to keep doing these. It's a great way to get on the shelves in stores to spread the news about One Piece and the One Piece card game. Yes, they're going to keep doing these. Again, this question, just common sense. Okay. Will you do more fun store events? The answer is no. They're not going to do any more fun store events. They're gonna close the game down, shut it down. They're going to quit doing store events. Like, yeah, obviously they're going to do more fun store events. Bro, I'm sorry. This will be my most negative video by far. I'm sorry, guys. Y'all bear with me, man. I'm going through something right now, guys. I'm going through something with this video. I stayed up all night for this. I stayed up all night for this video. You know, not literally. I think it came out around like 12 or so for us over in the West. I'm over in the EST, Eastern Standard Time. And guys, like, I watched it like 3 or 4 times before I went to bed. I was like, you have to be kidding me. I must have missed something. I must have missed something. And at the end of this video, I'm going to tell you guys what I wish they had gone over in the video. But okay, sealed battles in 2024 Volume 2. So they're going to do some sealed battles from July to August. Application starts from April. Well, how are they going to do that if they can't even keep supply and product on the shelves? So, I mean, y'all tell me if I'm misunderstanding this. Maybe I'm misunderstanding. But yeah, as is, how? And I'll say this too, like, I'm not a huge fan of sealed. I will play it. Oh, question 8. Hang on one second. Let me finish my thought there. Like, I'm not a massive fan of sealed, but I do like it when it's the beginning of a new set. Because it's like, okay, cool. None of us have any of the cards yet. Let's do a big sealed event for the pre-release day to get some of the cards. Have fun at the event still and have a little tournament, have the chance of winning something, spend some money on something. And then, you know, we can, you know, from there, we can see what we got and order cards, you know, based off of that information. But having sealed events just over time, I'm just not as big a fan of. All right, number 8. I think this was the other good question. Is there a plan to increase the amount of regional tournaments to allow more players to enter and not have to travel as far to compete? Great question. Great question. The answer was yes, but at the, they do want to do this, and they have a little graph showing they want to increase by 150%. Let me see. Yeah, here it is. So if year 2023, they had, let's just say they had 10 tournaments. I don't know the exact number. But let's just say they had 10 tournaments. Well, next year, or this year that we're in currently, they're going to have 15 is the idea. Like, I'm not saying 15 the exact number. I'm saying if there were 10 last year, then there would be 15 this year because it's a 150% increase. So that's a good thing, right? This is good news. You know, I still don't, it depends on where they're at, right? Because if they have more tournaments, but they're in the same locations that no one can get to as often, then it's still a problem, right? Like, it depends on where these tournaments are. And where in the world even, right? Because are we talking the United States? Are we talking Europe? Or are we talking about all of them? That'll be something interesting. We'll have to see how that unfolds. But that's good to know that they are trying to put out more tournaments. That's completely fine. No problems there. Okay, just they spent a little bit of time on this question, and that's good. Now, here's what I was most excited for out of all the things they talked about. Excuse me. Like I said, the first 2 things, this is the third most exciting one, but it's still just part of what we just looked at with part question 8. The first thing, like I said, was, okay, what was that? I forgot now. We were just talking about the tournament. That's one of them. But the first thing was, okay, they want to increase product, right? They want to, you know, restocks. Okay, that was a big one. The second one was having more tournaments. And the third one here is store regionals. You know, competitive tournaments in North America giving out invites. And I believe, if I'm understanding this correctly, and if I understood the interview correctly, I think it's more about like almost like miniature regionals, like mini regionals. That I like. I'm a big fan of that. Like that could be really interesting. That could be pretty fun. Okay, they got store treasure cups as well. Like, you know, and again, I think they're talking about local gaming stores, and someone correct me down in the comment section if I'm wrong. This sounded good. Like, okay, this was good information. Okay, let's keep going. Question 9. There's only 12 questions. We're almost done, guys. There have been issues with tournament pairing systems from previous regionals and card fests. And then semicolon, will there be better systems in place for improving tournament player experience? The short answer to this is yes. Okay, that's going to be the short answer. And this is a pretty softball question. This is them saving face, basically saying, yeah, we realized that we, you know, tournament pairings have not been the best. We've had problems with our tournaments in the past. We're going to fix that. That was their, you know, politically correct answer to this. They're working towards it now. Okay, that's good to know. That was a good question, I guess. That was just a mediocre question. It wasn't a good or a bad one. Okay, how will you tackle next season's Bandai World Tour? Better. Like, that's going to be the answer, right? Like, the answer is, oh, we're going to... Because what are they going to say? Oh, we're not going to tackle it. The answer is, yeah, we're going to do better this time. So here's what they got for... unless they were asking for an actual layout of how things are going to be. But, yeah, this is just... Online regionals, offline regionals, store championships. You guys see what's going on there. Good stuff. Then a Championship Finals 1 and Championship Finals 2. That'll be interesting before you get to the World Championship. That's for people who I guess have time to just like compete in this game full time. Okay, not as relevant information to me personally. I'm not going to lie, guys. Yeah, I always try to be upfront and transparent with you guys. That kind of information doesn't really matter to me, but I will watch the tournaments as they unfold. I'm always looking forward to that. Okay. Bandai Card Games Festival is coming to Europe in 2024. There we go. There's an actual news. There's actual news and update for us. That's good. Okay, and now they're going to show like these huge tournaments. Very good. And this is from the World Championship. Now, again, I'm just kind of fast forwarding through this, but we do have a question coming up from that guy, Rail Zero. There's a guy that won. He won. His name's Guan Rong. Okay, very good. And that was a great time. Got to see really good players and all that. I think, I have to say this too. I'm surprised no one asked the question, well, I don't know how they'd have worded it, but the World Championships was kind of not done great. I'm sure it was done fine for the players who were playing. I'm sure they were taken care of and the accommodations were good. But for us as viewers, we had to go through like 3 different games, right? What was it? Digimon, Dragon Ball, and One Piece. And I don't know if they did Battle Spirit Saga. I don't remember. But I was only logging back on for when it was like, or hopping back on when it was time for One Piece. So that didn't feel great. I'm not going to lie. That did not feel good. Okay. So this guy, Rail Zero from Europe, he got second place at Worlds. His question was, how did you choose the prize cards? Okay, they probably asked him on the spot. He didn't have time to come up with a good question, or I don't know. Maybe he just maybe he really wanted to know this. I have no idea. Personally, doesn't matter to me at all. But you can ask. I can't even talk. You can watch the video and see what he said. See what the actual answer was. Okay, so how they choose the prize cards? I think they choose them based off how much they're used. Another guy here, Clyde. Let's see what he had. Where was his question? What would it take for you to have this kind of production in every region? Hopefully they can increase the quality of the production in every region like he's asking. They talk about that. You can watch this if you want to know their answer. Okay, nothing too special. Okay, now to wrap up, they said, all right, what one word makes you, what's the word that makes you think of One Piece, right? Like choose one word that makes you think of One Piece. Okay, so Gavin's was dream. It's like a dream having this opportunity. Again, watch the thing if you want to know their exact answers. Treasure is what Kelly was thinking, because that's like how this game is. It's like a treasure for her or whatever. And I'm just paraphrasing. And then the last guy here, Shun, it's a way to bond with your friends. Okay, cool. All right, I think that's about it. And they wrap up on that. Again, great production value by these guys. Everything's being done right. But the questions is where I was disappointed. Now, I did comment on this. I'll have it linked down in the comment section below where you can go to this if you want to. But I did comment. Let me put my glasses on. I put, and y'all tell me if y'all agree or disagree with what I'm saying here. Go like my comment or dislike it or say whatever you want on there. But this was my overall reaction to this. Pretty disappointing update. Where did these Q&A questions come from? And again, I know that apparently they got them from Facebook or Twitter, all these social media things I don't use. And then these are the 3 questions that I wanted to be addressed. When will we be caught up with the East? Because like I said, none of this was news. We already knew all this was coming. We knew EV01 was coming. I have an EV01 Japanese box on my shelf, like directly behind me. Okay, none of this is news. We need to be caught up with the East. That's literally all that matters. Number 2, when will we get a One Piece TCG online client that has a ranked ladder like what Dragon Ball Fusion already has? And then lastly, when will there be enough product for us to go to the store and buy cards off the shelves again at MSRP? At actual, the actual price they're supposed to be. And again, I'm sorry that this was more of a negative video, guys. I really was frustrated with how this whole thing unfolded, and I hate to be a Debbie Downer, man, but it really hit me the wrong way. The best news I can say is we're about 3 weeks away from getting this new Three Brothers set. Comes out right before the pre-release, unfortunately, so that'll be a little bit, what's the word? Inconvenient. But yeah, overall, guys, y'all tell what y'all think. I'm done ranting about this. Like I said, man, I went to sleep last night thinking about this. Like, dude, I just wanted to do a response video at like 2 in the morning, but it was time to go to bed. I was getting tired. But yeah, we did get 3 relevant topics that they talked about. I feel like with better tournaments coming, better handling of the tournaments and the systems that make them run. They talked about restocks, sort of. And then finally, like I said, Well, no, just other than that, there just really wasn't anything. The most exciting news to me personally was the store championship stuff. It was right. I think it was right here. It was question 8. Whoops. All right, we got it like a bad frame. All right, let's go to question number 8. This was where, this was the best information that I got was this right here, because this seems like it'll be really cool if they can, you know, how do I say it? If we can kind of stay at our own place and take place in big tournaments, like stay in our own city, not have to travel as far, I would love this. I would love to see this, and yeah, I think that would draw a lot of people in, locally, of course. So yeah, I'm done. All right, y'all tell me what y'all think in the comment section below. I'm really curious to see how y'all feel about this. If y'all felt the same way, or tell me if you felt totally different. Like, dude, I loved it or something. By all means, tell me down in the comment section below. But yeah, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Until next time, guys. Peace.